Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Sahar, and on this channel we talk about psychology, relationships, self-awareness, and healing. Today we're going to explore 7 subtle but powerful signs that a super empath is silently destroying an avoidant's ego. Now listen, I'm not talking about revenge or cruelty. I'm talking about the natural consequences of an avoidant partner meeting someone who is deeply self-aware, highly empathetic, and not willing to play the usual games. So, grab a drink, get comfy, and let's dig deep into what really happens when a super empath confronts avoidant behaviors head on, often without even trying. And remember to hit like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Let's get started. Sign number 1, a super empath sets boundaries without guilt. Avoidant people are often used to others walking on eggshells, afraid to lose them, afraid to push back. But a super empath feels everything, including when their energy is being drained. They might have spent years being a doormat before they learned this lesson. But now they know how to say, no, that doesn't work for me. I won't tolerate this behavior. If you want to be in my life, here's what's required. This shatters the avoidance sense of control. Avoidants rely on pushing people away when they feel smothered or vulnerable. But when the empath sets clear, calm, consistent boundaries, the avoidant realizes they can't manipulate the dynamic so easily. And here's the kicker. The empath doesn't rage, threaten, or beg. They just quietly hold the line. That calm certainty makes the avoidant question why they can't do the same. Sign number 2, they see through emotional games. Avoidants often use distancing tactics, hot and cold behavior, ghosting, shutting down emotionally, giving minimal effort. These are power moves designed to make the other person chase. But a super empath, they see it immediately. They might call it out gently. I notice you're withdrawing. Is something wrong? Or they might say nothing at all, but they don't chase. They don't get hooked by the drama. This non-reaction is infuriating to an avoidant's ego. They're used to partners begging for scraps of affection, falling apart when ignored. When the empath doesn't play that game, it feels like their control is slipping away. The avoidant realizes their usual strategies don't work here, and that can be deeply unsettling for them. Sign number 3, they hold up a mirror without even trying. Empaths are naturally reflective. They ask deep questions. They want real connection. When an avoidant starts their usual dismissive, evasive, or defensive patterns, the empath doesn't let them hide. Why do you feel that way? What are you afraid will happen if you open up? Even if they don't ask outright, their presence is confronting. Avoidants often work hard to avoid self-awareness, but being with a super empath who sees straight through her drawers, Darpshi, the Faris, Sasad Migorturt is wa. Like a standing in front of a mirror with no way to look away, they feel exposed, vulnerable, threatened, and that bruises the avoidant's ego because they're not used to being seen so clearly. Sign number 4, they don't beg to be chosen. One of the avoidant's biggest ego strokes is knowing someone needs them, even if they're withholding affection. Avoidants often test partners by withdrawing, seeing if they'll chase, proving their value by how hard someone works to win them back. But a super empath, once they've learned their own worth, doesn't beg. They might say, I want you, but I don't need you. Or they simply stop trying when they sense emotional unavailability. This is devastating to the avoidant's ego because for the first time, they're faced with a partner who's not desperately trying to win them over. It forces them to question their own worthiness and whether their avoidant defenses are pushing away something good. Sign number 5, they prioritize healing over endless cycles. Avoidant relationships can be cyclical, closeness, withdrawal, reunion, repeat. Many people get addicted to the highs and lows, but a super empath knows the cost of emotional roller coasters. When they see the avoidant playing out the same old pattern, they don't try to fix it or chase. They might say, this feels unhealthy for both of us, or even, I can't do this anymore. They're willing to break the cycle, even if it means walking away. That level of self-respect challenges the avoidant's ego. Because suddenly, the empath isn't someone to manage or manipulate, they're someone with the courage to choose peace over chaos. Sign number 6, their emotional honesty is disarming. Avoidants avoid intimacy for a reason. It feels threatening. But empaths live for emotional honesty. They don't fear vulnerability. They express their feelings calmly, clearly. I feel hurt when you shut me out. I want closeness, but I also need respect. This can feel like an attack to an avoidant, but it isn't. It's truth. The empath's willingness to be real without blame or drama leaves the avoidant with no easy excuse to withdraw. They can't say, "You're too emotional," because the empath isn't yelling or crying, they're just clear. This forces the avoidant to confront their own fear of closeness, and that can be ego-shattering. Sign number 7, they're willing to walk away. This is the final blow to an avoidant's ego. Super empaths don't want conflict, but they'll choose self-preservation over being drained. They'll say, "I love you, but I won't stay in something that hurts me." They don't threaten to leave, they actually leave. And because they love deeply and sincerely, the avoidant knows they've lost someone rare. It's not a game, it's a quiet, devastating truth. If you can't meet me halfway, I'm gone. For many avoidants, this is the first time someone hasn't enabled their defenses. It hurts. It destroys the illusion of control. But sometimes, it's the only thing that can shake them enough to change. So, there you have it. 7 signs a super empath is silently destroying an avoidant's ego. Not out of malice, but by simply refusing to participate in unhealthy dynamics. Set boundaries without guilt. See through emotional games. Hold up a mirror. Don't beg to be chosen. Prioritize healing. Use emotional honesty. Be willing to walk away. If this resonated with you, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and remember, protect your peace, honor your empathy, and never apologize for wanting real love. See you in the next video.